In this brief video, I want to take a moment to explain how you can add a section of Connect to your Blackboard. For our purposes, once you're logged into your course Blackboard, in the left-hand pane, you'll see a Course Tools menu that once clicked on will drop down to show you a list of links. On this list of links, you'll find one that reads McGraw-Hill Higher Education. Clicking on this link, you'll be taken to a next page, and the very first link is the one you're going to want to click. Pair course with a Connect section. As a note, I'm already logged into my Connect in another tab, so you may be prompted to log into your course. If that's the case, you'll want to use the credentials you use normally to log into Connect. And if you do not have credentials, you should contact me or Linda Howell, and we can reach out to the Connect representative to make sure that your credentials are created. Here we have two opportunities. One is to create a section in a new Connect course. The other is to create a section in an existing Connect course. More than likely you'll be creating one from scratch, so what we're going to do is say a section in a new Connect course. In the drop-down menu, you can choose among many different possibilities here, but for our purposes, we scroll down to English Composition. This will populate a list of books, course readers, and textbooks. Ours is the tabbed format handbook by Howard, 2nd edition. Clicking on this then will assign this book, its material, and its pagination to correspond to the actual handbook or electronic handbook that students are asked to purchase for this course. Once you press Next, however, you'll be given the opportunity to include some information here. So for example, say you're teaching ENC 1143, and maybe a specific section, or maybe it's just a course. Up to you to choose. Registration dates. We're approaching the spring term, but it goes to say the same. You choose the dates that are appropriate for your course, whether it be spring, summer, or fall. So for spring, we'll say students are able to start the course on the 7th. We'll set it to the 5th in case anyone's looking at it early. And then the last date to register is whatever last date you want to allow them to register. I'm going to go ahead and assume that students are finishing Connect by the 10th week, which would be somewhere around spring break. For that reason, I'm going to choose the 13th. So for this first section, and the idea here is you're able to add extra sections on here from that first window. We're going to go ahead and just choose a number here. So whatever that first section was, 1, and whatever the rest of your course section is. We don't have any course assignments to copy from, so we can leave this blank, and we'll create that course. Now, in our list of courses, we actually have this available to us, and you can pair your course with Connect. So we are done with that. So now, the next step, we return to Blackboard here, and we can see that this thing has been paired with our course. The next thing we want to do is within Connect itself is create the assignment in that course. So, logging into this, we're presented with a list of our courses. And here we have our course 1xxxx, and in the course then, we're able to create a new assignment. So the plus add assignment permits us to include what we're going to call, let's see where it is, a Learn Smart Achieve. Here we choose the adaptive study plan, which allows students to take the questions that are adapted towards the student's answers. Once we click the Assign button, we're taken to a next page that will prompt us for more information about this assignment. For example, its value, how long it should be open, the amount of time it should take students to complete it. It's up to you to decide how much time you want students on average to spend on this. So again, this might be the average time required for a student. We'll choose something in the middle, around 12 hours. It tells you how many questions the students will have to answer, give or take. And it also lets you choose what kinds of materials you want to include. You're welcome to leave it in the default setting. You could hypothetically go through each one of these and actually ensure students work on specific ideas and not other ideas. If you want, I would encourage you to take your time to go through here and see what's available, things that you think really merit focus and other things that you might want to omit. So for most purposes, for most courses, the assignment's worth 10% of students' course grade. So 100 points here seems to be a good number, or would reflect that value, 100 points out of a 1,000 point course. So here we have the availability we're setting. So it's available now for students to register. And when do we want it due? Well, I made it such that on that previous availability pane be due the 10th week or so, around the 13th or 20th. So we'll go ahead and say the 13th by 11:59 a.m. It's deployed here, as we see on the bottom here on Blackboard, and assign. Once we've done that now, we have the ability to actually put it somewhere in our course. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my learning modules folder, submit it, and now at the bottom here will be a link to Composition 3.0, and you can change the name if you want to by clicking on it and editing it, but now it's available for students to take. And you don't have to provide any of the link for students, so when they click on this link, it'll actually take them to the assignment directly. And once that time or that window has expired, we get to that point of March 13th, it'll cut off, students won't be able to access it anymore, and that grade should be imported into Blackboard. So we should also see that here in our course assignments now, in the grade center, there should be an assignment for Connect or Composition 3.0, and here we see it for 100 points. Once you have it in that way, that should set it up for the students.